Welcome to Style with Sanaz. Today, it's all about powder rooms. So we decided to put 3 powder rooms together for you. 1 being light and airy, 2 being somewhere in between your lighter tones and your moody tones. And number 3 is all about the moodiness and all about the bold colors. I'm all about powder rooms, and I have to say most of the homes that I go into at the consultation, the powder room is the most under-designed room in a house. Now, I'm not talking about all the beautiful custom homes that we style and we stage, because obviously their powder rooms are done to the T's, but most of the average homes that we walk into, the powder room is the most boring room and it's the most forgotten room. But guys, don't forget, that's the one space that your guests will be using regularly. So why not let it shine the way that it deserves to be? And speaking of moody, we're gonna go to our first powder room. And that powder room comes from a project we did. So you guys can check out the video. It's how I designed and decorated an entire house. And you can see all the details in there. But I have to say, the builders did a fantastic job in creating a wow factor. Guys, this powder room was fully loaded. It had a full wall with a mosaic design, very Gatsby looking, just phenomenal with all of the geometric shapes. And it had like the black tones and the white tones, a lot of gold inlays happening in that mosaic, which might be busy if you do it, all across the room, but to use it as one wall like the builders did in this house was perfection. And they paired it off with a Sahara Noir floor tile. Actually, it was a marble. And something that they did that was a little bit different was they did a gold inlay inside of the floor to create a nice frame, a nice border. So it's not just the black tiles with the lines going through it. You see this beautiful inlay, and it really adds a touch of class to the powder room. So the vanity of this powder room was actually freestanding, and it was the same stone that they did on the floor. So it was the Sahara Noir, which was really nice because there was nice harmony. There was a flow between the two, and they did a vessel sink in black. So I know we've seen vessel sinks a lot these days, but usually in the white porcelain. This one was done in like a matte black finish with brass hardware, which was absolutely perfect to finish off this powder room. Beautiful integrated mirror, gorgeous light fixture, and one of the nicest things about this powder room was that outside they have a bench for a waiting area for your guests. Somewhere in between the Moody and the Airy, we have powder room number 2, guys. This house was absolutely beautiful, and the powder room matched all of its glory. So you guys can definitely check out the video. But what they did was they did the black Marquina marble floor tiles, which is really nice. It's very similar to the Sahara Noir, minus all of the bronzy gold veining. It's just straight black with white veins going through it. They had a beautiful feature wall. So again, if you're not doing drywall, consider doing a feature wall with panels like this house had. They did dark oak paneled wall. They had some integrated lights in there, and they mixed it up with some matte black paint. This was a powder room out of a hotel, and it was perfect suit for this house. To complement all of the Marquina black marble on the floor, they did the same on the countertop, but instead of doing a black vessel sink like powder room number 1, they did a white vessel sink. So to break up all of the dark features, they did a white vessel sink with brass hardware. And the other thing that they did that was interesting was they brought in some drywall. So they had some bare drywall, which was white, which flows together with the Marquina black tiles, which also has white in it. Then you have your feature wall, which is all dark and all mixed up with different materials. And then you have your vanity, which again has the white vessel sink. So it kind of does tie it in together from the floor to the wall to the powder room vanity. And this powder room, I would say, is somewhere between your Moody powder room and your very airy powder room. So getting away from all of those moody tones, you like the white tones, well, powder room number 3 is the one for you, because this powder room is very soft and elegant and very welcoming. I would say probably 9 out of 10 people walking into a powder room like this would like it because it's so neutral. So for this powder room, you have the CC30 Benjamin Moore color on the shaker vanity doors, and you have light color tiles. Something to bring in everything together is the wallpaper, because the wallpaper has the gray tones, the white tones, a little bit of black specks to create a little bit of hype, and a lot of gold in there to really warm up the room. And I think it's very important, if you are going with the neutral tones, to create warmth in your walls or your light fixtures, like doing brass finishes. If you're going with a neutral color, try to stay away from doing the chrome finishes because it's a cold finish. You want something warm, either black or brass, to really create contrast against all of the light color, neutral whites and grays. So with this powder room, we have the brass hardware with the light fixture, light color gray floors, white vanity, and a beautiful wallpaper to bring in everything together. This powder room is not missing any details because it did its job. It created warmth while staying neutral.